about 400, 500 gold to go before he's got that one done.
And speaking of BKB, it's got to be the story for eHome. I think their chances of fighting under the Netherward without a BKB on the Luna and maybe even the Darkseer looks pretty grim for them. So the problem is, whenever eHome wants to engage a fight, they kind of have to use Song of the Siren to get in a good position. But the amount of counterplay that Vici has drafted, Fissure, Glimpse, Static Field, and soon the BKB on the Gyro, as well as the Netherward, is probably going to make them think twice about going for any fight at all. And it's just a matter of time before Vici Gaming start looking at these juicy tier 2 towers. The top one should be a very easy target for them, as it's a great area for them to fight in.
I mean, what do you feel that Vici Gaming are waiting for now in terms of, is it a certain item pickup before they start to go deeper onto enemy territory and look for a tier 2, or are they waiting for eHome to try and come onto their side of the map and look to just fight them at their own tier 1?
Well, ideally, let's see, what are the key items? BKB on Luna. Lina has to find some sort of solution for the Netherward, like in her item build. She has the Yours now, but that's not really going to help. The Darkseer is going to need, so perhaps a blink on RRTK and they just land a super combo and they can try to fight into the BKB Gyro and the Netherward. That's going to be ridiculously hard, but it might be what they have to go for. So yeah, I'm going to say that. Blink, Darkseer, and the BKB on Luna, absolute minimum to be able to win team fights. Now, of course, they can look for skirmishes. That's still not out of the question. You can try to smoke up with a Rubik and Lina. Should make for a pretty easy single pick off on most of the Radiant heroes who, of course, do have that innate weakness that they have very low health pools.
Now, he's feeling pretty confident up here. Just farming away, pushing up this top lane. All on his own, because the rest of his team around towards the mid lane actually going to smoke up here. And potentially going to wrap into the dire jungle. Maybe hoping to catch eHome that may be moving towards tower. It's getting drawn off on the map here. So it's heading up to the high ground. They don't quite have vision here of CTY. They're going to move in. Looks like, yeah, okay, so FY is going to lead in here from the river. Heading towards the tier 2. Looks like eHome sensed that something's off. They obviously noticed that Vici Gaming off the map at the moment. They know that VG are potentially moving in, and yeah, they're hiding right in the trees here, eHome.
I think he saw DDC already. Yeah, it's being pinged out here by Super. They could probably just dive for this one.
Drop in the kinetic field here, won't catch anyone, but will trap CTY on the other side. And now DDC, oh, he's actually stolen a Netherward here, so this might be pretty useful in the fight. There's 2 Netherwards down, 1 for each side here. Lanham with the ult will be able to take down Vici Gaming's Netherward, and now the fight will continue. Super getting low past the mech. It's not going to save him. How moving in now with the BKB, trying to find RTK. RTK's got the mech, he's going to surge himself out here. And this is actually pretty good here for eHome. They do lose the Rubik, but they find Super. And they don't lose anything else here. And Vici Gaming might resume to start pushing on the tier 2, but pretty good pick off there for eHome, and what looked like to be a good initiation for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, Luna TP'd in and got glimpsed away by FY. I'm not sure if that worked for or against Vici Gaming, because it looked like Hao might have actually been able to run down the Luna, but of course with her getting glimpsed out, he starts running for the Darkseer instead. And it ends up being just a 1-for-1. They don't get the tower. Hao uses his BKB, in my opinion, a little bit prematurely there as well. He used it very early running in. I guess he wanted to make sure he got the call down off during the Song of the Siren. And they didn't get the best fight out of it, as you mentioned, but also not a disaster. I think this is just that, you know, they're going to get the tier 2 now, because they could just run out again with Pugna. They know Song is on cooldown, they know Wall is on cooldown, they know Eclipse is on cooldown. And if you look at their team, they don't have these key long cooldown ultimates. Zeus ulti is 90 seconds, Disruptor ult is currently also 90 seconds. Echo Slam is not being used right now. It's a long cooldown, but they don't need it. He's all about the Fissure right now.
It's going to be the tier 2 going down. So Vici Gaming, I've got to be honest, with kind of the game plan that you would expect from them when they had this draft, it seems to be going absolutely to plan. I think they're going to be very happy.
They're not done yet, it seems.
This game.
They want to force them back again. They have BKB on the Gyro. This is a pretty aggressive play, pushing the base at 19 minutes, but honestly, I think it's the perfect play call. They have all the advantages right now. Why not push it? If it seems unlikely eHome can find the type of fight they need.
With the Netherward down as well, it's going to be hard for eHome to fight into this one.
Well, it's a good steal from Rubik.
He's got the glimpse here. Let's see if he's able to use it to fight into this. They do have the wall. At the same time, RTK wants to be careful with the ward. Okay, the ward's gone now, so maybe we'll see eHome try and fight into this.
They got 2/3 of the tower for nothing.
Yeah, this is a bit worrisome here. With the Nether Blast indeed for eHome, just slowly losing stress. Before the 20-minute mark as well. It really feels like Vici Gaming's lineup is just so much stronger than eHome's at this point, because they don't really have an answer for just the playstyle that Vici Gaming are going for at this point of the game.
Yeah, I think eHome should have got a little bit more out of that situation than they did. They lost 2/3 of their tower. There was no real trade-off, and the issue is that in that particular situation, you probably want to have the Luna split pushing, because she's not really contributing very much to the engagement. And you don't need to be scared of the TP into Glimpse anymore, because she does have the BKB. So now YJ can, whenever they're looking to go for a 5-man somewhere, he has to be on another lane, so he puts them on a timer. Else Vici Gaming feel like they're never losing anything, and they can just take their time. So that has to be the role YJ needs to play now. This bottom lane needs to be pressed out as much as possible at all times, and he even has a good lane ward down there to protect him from ganks as well. So should definitely be top of his priority list to
Smokes up now, Vici Gaming. Moving in across the secret shop here. Might be able to wrap round towards mid. There is a fair few of eHome here. This could kick off it. They're actually just going to look at the Ancients. Just getting to sentry down, looking to block the Ancients and get themselves out without being discovered.
Actually,
they're going to be able to do so. Blocking the Ancients here.
I'm looking for a fight as well. Zeus is rotating over. He did port down. I think he was not spotted by the Dire ward down here. He might have just crossed through some of the vision, but I don't think so.
Oh, maybe trying to move in from the side here, Vici Gaming. Huddling together here in their own jungle. eHome backing themselves up. So again, they won't be able to find a jump onto them. And okay, with that sentry pot down, they should be able to de-ward that ancient block on the side of eHome. And it's actually Lina. Very deep here. The pings come out. CTY is going to go straight for the TP, but the glimpse is there. It's going to get cancelled, and CTY in a whole world of pain. Nowhere for him to run. Everything getting thrown down onto the Lina, and CTY just getting a little bit too ballsy there with his TP.
Zeus Disruptor is such a powerful combination. The moment you have any idea about where any single hero is, you just Zeus ult and they can't escape at all. Very, very easy pick off here, and CTY just out of position. Got a little bit too greedy there. It's going to cost them a tier 2 most likely. He really doesn't want to buy back. Look what he's building. He's doing what I thought we might see for the first time this tournament. He's going for a very early BKB on the Lina, because it's kind of a forced item pickup against Pugna. It's part of the power of the hero. I mean, sure, you buy the BKB to counter the Nether Ward, and that's great, but then you don't have something else, right? So that's definitely a big advantage for Vici Gaming here, forcing the enemy heroes into item builds they don't really want to go for. I think we're going to see something similar for the Darkseer as well. Probably ROTK will look for the Blink first and then BKB instead of something more valuable for teamfights, such as Shiva's Guard, Hex, or yeah, something along those lines. Full staff.
So coming out from the side of eHome. Maybe they're feeling confident enough to try and take a fight themselves. BKB in the beginnings of Yasha here on to YJ on his Luna. Actually going to look for Roshan here potentially. And they might just get away with this one, because Vici Gaming towards the mid lane at the moment. Do it fairly quickly here with the aura from YJ.
This would be a really big play from eHome. They're taking a chance here, but I think they have to. If they just sit back,
it's been spotted out.
They are not making this. If they stick around here, this could be game losing. Or maybe they are actually.
They're doing it pretty quickly. I mean, Super is moving over here to the pit, but I think eHome are going to have it done. They're going to have it done.
Okay. That suddenly went a lot faster than it started out. I guess CTY started getting up the fiery soul stacks.
Oh, that's a nice Fisher and a nice cooldown here, but the Yule Scepter holding Hao back. And Hao will contemplate it, but he's not going to move in any further. Ice trying to get the Thunderbolt in, but all here with this snare onto him. Ball's being dropped down by RTK. They've got the glimpse now. RTK gets dragged back and he's stuck here in the kinetic field. Now look at the Darkseer, they'll blow him up, and that's the gem on the deck as well. Now Hao moving in with the BKB, trying to chase down CTY, but CTY just a little bit too quick here with that Fiery Soul passive. So the side of VG, they do secure themselves the gem, but a buyback from RTK now. With the ultimate there for Luna. They do find Hao. BKB was popped by Luna there as well. They do get Hao in return. I don't believe they recover the gem. They who picked up the gem here on the side? Yeah, so Earthshaker has got the gem to get that one out of that fight. But and it did cost them a buyback eHome, but still. I guess they got rush. Would you say overall that's eHome's advantage, killing Hao? I'd say so.
Yeah, they have the Aegis and they got Hao. I think that's good enough. Even though they buy back the Darkseer, which turned out to be completely unnecessary. Maybe it put pressure on Vici, so they pulled back, but I think they had to do that anyway. So a little bit of a rush decision, in my opinion, from RTK, but it's one of those very difficult moments where you need to realize, okay, how far ahead are we really? There's no BKB on Gyro, it was on cooldown. We have the Yules out on Lina and can kill him easily, so...
He's got BKB again now as well on CTY.
Guess who's also got one? exact same time, it's the Pugna. And of course, you look over the eHome lineup, their physical damage right now is extremely limited. Luna needs time to come online. He hits for 200 right now, which is great, but you can't really run in close with Luna against the Pugna right now. It's pretty unlikely that he'll be able to succeed in blocking and running him down and killing him off. And the Laguna Blade, of course, if you're CTY now, you want to get that Aghanim Scepter so you can get Pugna out of the way if possible, or the Gyro. But your build has been delayed by about 4,000 gold because of that BKB.
Oh, Thunderbolt Draft just coming out at the time. Yeah, may have looked to smoke up. At least you know now that it's down. It's not going to come out against Super. Has hit level 11 here. And what does he go for now himself after the BKB? Does he go for Ags here on the Pugna?
There's a couple of avenues he could think about here. One of them would be a Necro Book. I think maybe it's a little bit too late for that. Luna's also really good at clearing them out with the BKB. Alternatively, he could go for the Ags, like you said, and just try to, you know, he could be like a medic for the Gyro, basically, so he can siege high ground. And alternatives, you know, Octarine Core is actually not that bad on this hero. The cooldown reduction is really, really good. To have Nether Blast, you have almost permanent uptime. Actually, you do have permanent uptime on the Nether Ward as well, then. And it's extra drain from your spells, which is also nice.
Jungle.
Hex is good too. There's a lot of items on Pugna.
Okay, they got a glimpse here onto CTY, trying to move How in as well. CTY just a little bit too speedy. I don't think How's fast enough to really do anything about this. Hasn't got a point to homing missile yet. Now CTY is going to be able to get himself out. So.
Very, very confident play from CTY, not using the...
Yeah, he's got the Song of the Siren in. He's going to use it. He's going to use it. He's going to get himself out. Or is he going to get himself back in? The rest of the teammates wrapping around down the river, and they're going to look for F4 here with the Laguna Blade as well. They're able to take down Disruptor before he gets anything off. Lanham's got the Glimmer Cape. It's going to be enough to